Welcome to Creating Awareness, conversations that awaken, empower, and heal your soul. I'm Sarah, and this space is for the deep thinkers, the soul seekers, and the cycle breakers. Each episode will explore real stories, powerful insights, and transformative tools to help you return home to yourself. From trauma to self-love, shadow work to soul purpose, here we go beyond the surface together. Are you tired of feeling stuck in your emotions? Are you tired of not being able to communicate with people, not being able to feel good in your body? Are you sick of people walking all over you, feeling like a doormat? Are you tired of just feeling run down and ragged and unsure why in this society it's so hard to get by, let alone thrive? And you see people on social media who are doing wonderful things and it looks so great and you wish, why can't that be me? Why can't I have that life? Why does everything feel so heavy, so tiring, and I'm done? If this is you, my Sisterhood program is aimed at anyone who is suffering from this thing called life. And it is so overwhelming to think about because it's one of those things where we can't get away from it. It follows us no matter where we go. I tried running away. I used to run away from my problems. I used to leave town. Whenever I had a breakup, I might leave town, for example. And I just found that the problems kept following me no matter where I went. And then I had a moment of realizing that maybe there's something else I can do. Instead of running away from the things that are hurting me, instead of feeling this dread of the next day, maybe I could run through the storm and see if I can handle it. And I can tell you right now, changed my life. I've worked really hard in the last 5 to 10 years, little bit by little bit, learning different strategies, tools, ideas on how to take control of my life, on how to stop letting the world dictate what my life was going to be like, and taking charge and ownership and responsibility to now having this life where I can do hard things and I've got my own back and I know I'm going to be okay. And I know that I can handle it because I've done hard things and I got through it. And I want you to understand that it is something your subconscious brain is getting in the way of. This is something that no matter how hard you might try, it just feels impossible. You might say, I don't ask for this. I don't want this. But your subconscious wiring is the reason that we all get stuck in this loop, this endless loop of doom. And it can be changed. And I never believed it back then. I always thought, oh, well, good for them, lucky them. They obviously have it good. They obviously got their miracle breakthrough, good for them. Then it can be you. It honestly can be you. No matter what you're struggling with, whether it's being able to communicate, whether it's loving your body, whether it's feeling like no matter what you do, you sabotage, whether it's feeling like you have no relationship with anyone in your life anymore, whether you just feel unsafe in this world. There are tools, there are things you can do to start to change everything in your life. And I say this from experience. I say this from seeing it happen with my clients. Seeing the person who can't even go to the shops being able to just do whatever they want without getting in the way of their own mind, their own anxieties. We all have so many different conditions at the moment, and if we start to look within, things can start to change. And I don't want you to feel stuck. Oh, I can't do it because of this. I can't do it because of that. There is a solution. There is always a solution. And I want to help you to go from having a problem-based mindset to a solution-based mindset. This changed everything for me. I would look at the problem and I'd go, it's too hard, it's too big, I can't afford it, I don't have the time, it's not for me, I can't. But the thing is, you can, right? This is where we can become resourceful. Start looking for solutions. There are always ways. So I want to touch on a few different topics that I've run through in my program. It's a 6-month program because this really helps you to really go deep within. and gives you plenty of integration time between sessions to really start to practice focused topics each month. So one topic, and this is the thing, the topics can change depending on each person, but if you feel like you're not safe, you walk into the supermarket and you're just like, oh God, I just want to get in and out. If you're feeling like you go out to a party with a friend and you just feel like the walls are caving in, right? There are things you can do to protect your energy. It's recognizing the people, it's recognizing the environment, it's recognizing what's happening in your body, and then working with your body to protect yourself. Creating awareness is my channel because awareness is key. Once I was taught that awareness is key, I was able to see things I couldn't see before. I became the observer of my life, and I was able to pull myself out and watch what was happening, what I was doing, why I was reacting, the things I was saying, the way I was communicating, the way I was connecting, the way I was presenting to people. And then sort of seeing how other people responded to me in those sorts of environments. And when you can pull yourself out of it, you can see things so differently because our emotions control so much of how we act, of how we respond, of how we connect. So if you can pull yourself out with no judgment, with no emotion, and just observe, like you're an eagle and you are just gliding above your life, just going, interesting, okay, interesting. I always say to my girls that it is like you're collecting data, right? You already have years and years of data that we can work with, which is really good when you're doing this sort of program because you can go, oh, remember that time you didn't feel safe? Remember that time where you got triggered and what happened in your body, right? We've already got lots of data. Now you can look at your data in lifetime and see what is happening from a very different mindset. And it changes the game. Because instead of going in and going, oh, you dickhead, why did you do that? Or, oh, well, she shouldn't respond like that. Why would she talk to me like that? You are just observing. You are just sort of taking it in and you are getting curious. Curiosity is another key element to this. You get really curious about, wonder what else could be going on. I wonder why when I said that, they responded like this. I wonder why when somebody said that to me, I got really upset and I could not control the tears that were streaming down my face or the rage that I felt within me. It's all information and it is all showing you something so freaking incredible about yourself. And we don't realize that. And so we get caught in this reaction, and emotion fight that we have in this life. And then we just feel like we're in this freaking cycle where we go home, we dread the next day, we're tired, we're crying, we're angry, we're frustrated, we're like, what's the freaking point? And we don't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that. I promise you. It doesn't have to be like that. Okay? We distract ourselves from the emotions that we feel. We feel upset. We are being conditioned to either suck it up, or maybe you got a good response when you cried and got really upset. Or maybe someone fed you when you cried. When you were a baby, maybe someone was like, here, have some food, shush. And so, so we build all these attachments. We build all these emotional things in our brain to attach that with that. Our brain likes to clump things together. Our brain likes to go, all right, well, if I pair food with sadness, and we'll chuck in this specific person. Oh, okay, cool. So then every time those components come together, you respond in the same way. And you can break that pattern. You can break those clumps up and go, you know what? I'm going to create new healthy clumps that benefit my life, that really support the lifestyle that I want to have for myself, for my family, for the connections that I want to build, for my future. We all deserve it. And the hardest part is when I do this work is 9 times out of 10, we don't actually believe we do. We can say, oh yeah, of course I deserve it. Yeah, of course. Your subconscious is like, no, you don't. You don't actually believe that. You don't think you're worthy. And that breaks my freaking heart because we are all so worthy of a life that is so much more fulfilling than what we are capable of, we get comfortable with and complacent with. We just tolerate it. We tolerate the bad relationship. We tolerate the boss that treats us like crap and the work that doesn't fulfill us. We tolerate eating crappy, unnourishing food for our bodies and just feeling sluggish throughout the day. We just tolerate it. Why? Because you don't think you actually deserve it. And you do. I want you to understand that you do deserve it. You deserve it more than anyone else, because we are all divine sparks. We have all come here, and when I say we have all come here for a reason, I don't want you to think there's this big grand plan, right? I've had some beautiful conversations with people where your simple smile in a shopping center where somebody's like given up on their life, and that simple smile you gave them, you wouldn't even know about that purpose, right? There's so much more we don't understand. But we can take control, we can take responsibility, and we can move through our life in such a beautiful way where you wake up in the morning and you're like, opportunity, what can I do? I am so excited for being in alignment and being able to follow my dream and have this beautiful relationship with, whether it's, a couple, whether it's your family and your kids, whether it's friends, your colleagues, these beautiful connections we can create by doing work within, right? We look outer. We always go, like one of the topics I talk about is setting boundaries, for example. A lot of people believe that when we set a boundary, it's okay. I don't want you to talk about that person. It makes me uncomfortable. Oh, that person broke my boundary. Yes, they don't respect you. They're not necessarily listening to you. Maybe they forgot. Maybe they got caught up in it. It was like, oh shit, sorry. The boundary is the consequence. What are you going to do for you? You're the one who sets the boundary. You're the one who makes the decision whether you're going to stay in that or not. So that it comes back to you again. And this is where we miss out and we miss the point. It's not about the world changing for you. You have to change for the world. Shit is going to come. It's just kind of a part of life, right? But what if when things came, you were able to handle it? What if when that horrible phone call comes through, you're able to go, oh, that was a lot. And I'm not too sure how I'm going to get through this, but I'm going to learn ways to do this and I will be okay. I will get support if I have some beautiful people that I can call on. I can do some beautiful rituals that I've been taught, shown, been exploring and want to see if this will help, right? We get to make a different choice. And then you build resilience. So then the next time you get a scary big phone call, for example, you're like, oh, cool. All right, that was a lot. No worries, thank you. You go, you do your ritual, you know it's going to shake it through, or you sit in it for a couple of days because it was an extra big one for you, and you move through it rather than deflecting, detaching, distracting from all the things because we don't want to feel. We don't want to feel these heavy emotions. This is why we get caught in addictions, whether it's food, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, whether it's doom scrolling. Some people, even the gym is a distraction from their emotions. It's a healthier one, but if you're still not working through the emotions, it can still be quite harmful. Your body will tell you. If you're someone who is always sore all the time, your body keeps score. Your body holds on to all the crap you are not letting through. So one of the biggest things I work through in this program is the emotions. Your emotions are not your enemy. Wow. Right? Your emotions are there to show you something about yourself that you would not be able to access without them, or you wouldn't take seriously because you're like, oh yeah, whatever. When you are so worked up because you're triggered, or you're so angry, or you can't control the tears because it's just spilling out of your eyes, that is telling you something. It is showing you something about you. It is showing you things that need to be worked on potentially. It is showing you that a boundary is being crossed and it's time to start putting some boundaries in place and letting people know that, no, this is not okay. This makes me feel bad. I need you to help me here if you love me. How can we work together? How can we communicate in a way that is respectful of them, but also honors you? And where's that line? Where's that line in the sand where you're like, I've had enough. I'm not doing this anymore. I've had enough. I respect myself enough to keep putting up with this. These are the kind of things that can change your life. And I don't just say this as like a wishy-washy, oh, you can just do these things. It'll be fine. it's hard work, okay? It takes a lot of rewiring your brain. It takes a lot of pushing against so much past conditioning, controls, layers of the onion to get to this point, okay? And I'm not going to sort of brush past the fact that it's going to require some work. And so a lot of people don't, because it can be hard. It can be challenging. They have to face themselves. I will challenge you, okay? I'm not going to necessarily tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear in hopes that you will understand why, right? And it has been incredible to be able to have someone to go, hey, did you realize you said this? Huh, actually, no, I didn't. Thanks, right? And we get to take charge of how we respond. We get to take charge of what we want to take in, right? The world will feed you as much information as you let it. And if you let it take you on this scary hell of news and war and turmoil and inflation and struggle, it's coming. Or you could protect yourself and push it all away and go, look, I'm not being naive. I'm not saying that I'm not going to listen, but I'm not going to let it come into my energy field. I'm not going to let it affect my day to day. Yes, shit's going to happen. Yes, we don't know where the world's going to go. But how are you going to handle it? How are you going to be able to go, oh, well, I don't know what to do? You will know what to do, because you're going to have this practice. You're going to have the tools. You're going to have the connections, even in the group. The fact that my sisterhood program is a group. You've got a team of people on your side where if things are hard, you can go, hey, I'm really struggling. Can you help me out? Can you hold space for me? Are you able to walk me through that emotion thing you were talking about? I've forgotten and I'm in it now and I need help. To have a team to support you through it is one of the biggest things that I love about this group, because one-on-one is absolutely beautiful. Don't get me wrong. You have a group of sisters all trying to do a similar thing. You get seen in that space. You build new neural pathways to show that it is safe to be seen by complete strangers at the start, best friends by the end of it. How incredible is that, right? And it's not always easy. It can be easy, right? A Psych K makes life so much easier. Definitely makes things a lot quicker, adding the Psych K into this, which I've talked about in a different episode. Reach out if you want to know more about it. I won't go into this with this one. But I just really wanted to talk into this sisterhood program because I am so passionate about it, because this is basically everything that I've learned all brought together in a program. And, it chops and changes depending on what the group want, because my toolbox is just getting more and more full of things that we can try and explore and see what resonates. Because this is the thing. What works for me may not work for you. But this is why I expand my toolbox, so that we can explore that toolbox together, and you can take a couple of tools, stick them in your toolbox, and all of a sudden you are way more equipped than most of the world. Most of the world is complacent. Most of the world is quite happy to just numb out. I was one of those people. I just numbed out. I was like, oh yeah, whatever, go to work, dread work, do the best I can, put on the happy face, be this big, bright, bubbly personality, go to the pub, put on this show of, everybody loved me, and come home feeling empty. Come home feeling like, drained, tired, exhausted, not fulfilled. I have such a spark in me now that I just feel like there's never not enough time for all the awesome things that I want to create for myself and for my community. And I love that, because I know how hard it was to have to hear the alarm and go, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, but I have to pay my bills. That sucked. And I will not do that again, because I honor myself more now. I respect myself and I trust myself, and I know I can get through hard things. Hard things are currently happening right now. And it's okay, because it's not, oh cool, you get to the other side, the grass is greener on the other side, and then life is just a freaking breeze. No, that is absolute bullshit. It is just easier to handle. You are more resilient. Things don't stick to you. Things don't hold on to you anywhere near as long. Right? You're able to move through things so much quicker with such incredible strength. And there are times where you don't have that strength, but you also know that it is coming and that we just need some lull time. right? But you know it about yourself because you are studying yourself. We are so worried about studying the famous celebrities out there or the Prime Minister and what he's up to, right? But we don't even look at who we are, why we tick, what we do, what's happened in our past that's made us do this, how we can move through it and move on and build a different version of ourselves that is way more in alignment with the kind of things that you want to bring into your world or for your family or for yourself, for everyone, right? It ripple effects. The more you do within, it radiates, right? Just think about it. You're someone who is angry, bitter, and annoyed with the world. And you go to work and your boss talks to you like crap. And you turn around and you tell him to get effed. Now, there's tension, there's conflict, you could lose your job, you're on the edge, you're over it, they're edgy, everyone's edgy, right? Think about if you went in with curiosity, able to handle your emotions, and you saw human as human rather than emotion. And you went, I wonder why he's being a prick today. Maybe I'll go ask. Maybe I'll get vulnerable and just see. Maybe I'll just stay away. Maybe I won't take it on. Maybe I'll go, yeah, no worries. You're in a bad mood. We have those days. Maybe I'll go and confront him and go, hey, did you realize that the way you said that was quite rude? Shit, no, I didn't actually. Whew! Whole situation went in a different path. Same situation, different outcome because you made a different choice. These are the kinds of things that I teach. These are the kinds of things that I bring forth to the women in my group. Now, you don't have to take it on board. You can join my group and not do any of the work. You'll still get some benefit because your subconscious is still going to be ticking over. And then in a year or two's time when you've had enough, you'll go, oh, and it'll slowly start to seep through. So it will do some stuff, right? But if you take responsibility and you're like, you know what, I'm going to dedicate this 6 months to myself. Life's still going to happen. You're still going to have to go to work. You're still going to have to navigate stuff. But you're going to dedicate some time to really work on you. Guess what? It comes quicker. People want this magic pill where we just go, oh, beautiful world. It's called drugs. And it's wonderful for a little bit. Then you have the crash. Then you have the effects and the money and all that crap, right? It's not a quick fix, okay? But it is a permanent fix. As you do this, it gets easier. You build momentum. The hardest part is starting. Like anything. Putting your shoes on in the morning to go for that walk outside, that sucks. Getting out of bed, putting your shoes on, and opening that front door, they're the hardest parts of the whole damn thing. Once you're out there, how many times have you heard going to the gym, once I'm at the gym, I'm fine. It's getting to the gym that's hard, right? It's the same with the self-development world. Once you start, you build momentum and it just gets easier because you start the little strategies and you get stronger mentally. It's like a muscle. Your brain is a muscle and we're gymming it. Oh, excuse me. We are gymming that muscle. We are working towards strengthening that muscle. We are working towards building resilience and strength, and it's freaking awesome. Anyway, I could talk for days. I am just so excited for this group because there's already some beautiful, beautiful women in this group that are so dedicated to themselves and so dedicated to creating this change. And there's big shifts happening energetically and collectively that I think is going to contribute to this being pretty quite powerful. That was a very weird sentence. So if you are interested, let me know. Message me, DM me, whatever. I will organize a phone call because not everyone gets in. It's not a case of, oh, you're not good enough to join the group. I want to make sure you feel safe in the group, right? If I listen to your story and I see a person who's going to be it's not going to really work, I'll create another group if I have to, okay? But I just want you to understand that this is something that, we'll talk about. We'll make sure that it's right for you because also some people are not ready for this and that's okay. And there are smaller things that we can start with and we can go on that journey together to make sure that you are ready, because I would hate for you to commit to something and then go, oh, no, don't want to do it, and then just back out because that, isn't good for you. And I want to make sure you get the most out of this because it is life-changing. And life-changing comes with work, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, because me personally, I enjoy doing the work because this feels good to be able to build that muscle and understand, right? If I was to pick you up and take you to the land of Lala over there, which was beautiful, right? And I just picked you up, I took you through that real scary storm to Lala, And then you got there and you're like, this is great. And then you're walking along and you get the storm comes again and I'm not there. All of a sudden you don't know how to get to Lala again because you didn't do the walk. I know, such a weird way to put it in your brain, but I hope it sticks. Because that's how it is. You have to do the steps so that you know when you come to this again, you know how to do the steps. It's just amazing. It's amazing to build that strength for yourself. But anyway, I love you all so much. And if you are interested, reach out. Let's chat. Let's see if the Sisterhood program is something that's going to really benefit you. And if you are ready and you're not quite there yet, there are other things. So just reach out, right? Stay in tune because there is so much stuff, even on this channel, Creating Awareness channel, where other people might be more resonant for you. And that is awesome too. Just get out there and start doing something for yourself because it is so important that we take responsibility and we start to build this strength because times are getting tough. And I really think the more we band together, the more we support each other, the more we lift each other up, the better chance we have of just having the life that we all know we want. It's there. We've all seen it. Everyone I talk to, we've all seen that version of humanity that is great. It can happen, but it starts with you going within, okay? You have all the answers inside you. There's nothing out there that's going to help you permanently. It'll help you a little bit. Substances feel nice for a while. That distraction over there where you're doing this thing with someone who's like, I will heal you. No, you have to do the work within. You are your own healer. I know. Weird, right? I love you all so much and I will talk with you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you had just as much fun as we did with this episode. And hit like and subscribe if you want to hear what is coming up next. We have a few incredible people that are jumping on this channel to teach you and show you and inspire you and give you a little bit of a journey into their different stories. So stay tuned and don't miss an episode of something that may create awareness and change your life. Bye.